Hi, I'm Diptesh and I'll be doing question 5. Meraki Management Network Simulation. Part A will be doing the network design. Part B will be the configuration and part C will be the dashboard monitoring. Now place two routers to simulate the internal and external networks. Follow as shown in the video. We'll now place the Meraki server and the web server. We'll now place the security appliance and the PC. Now we'll just arrange the network to best suit the network design. We'll place one PC near the server and the other one near the security appliance. We'll connect switch to the Meraki server and switch to the PC. Now we'll add the switch to the server. That will be our web server that will be hosted. Now we'll connect switch to the router 1 and router 1 to the router 0, and from router 0 to the MK security appliance, and from security appliance a copper straight through will be connected to the PCs. Now we'll label the network so it's easier for us to configure and everything will be maintained. I've just listed the IP addresses so that it's easier for us to configure the devices as shown in the network diagram. Now we'll assign the PC0 to like the static IP address. We'll give a PC0 static IP address. We'll give the gateway as 192.168.0.1 and 255.255.255.0 will be the subnet mask. Now we'll power on the MX firewall. The security appliance will connect the power adapters to power on the devices. We'll now give the PCs its IP address. And the DNS server isn't there since we haven't configured the server. For now, we'll log into the Meraki MX firewall. That's the default website we'll enter, and then we'll click configurations and change it to DHCP. The connection type will be the direct and the IP address assigned will be the DHCP. Now we'll configure router 0. We'll enable the router and make the router in configuration mode. I have already written the interface configuration. I will just paste it. For for your easier reference, I will paste and make a note here so that you can type and configure your routers. In the configuration, we have given the IP addresses to the gigabyte 0/0 and gigabyte 0/1, and then we have assigned a DHCP configuration. We have created a DHCP pool client, given the network and the default route and the DNS server for the Meraki server. Now we'll do the same thing for the router 1. The configuration is shown in the notepad. Now we'll assign the Meraki server and give its IP address and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. We'll give the default gateway and the DNS server. Now we'll give the IP address for the web server. We'll give a static IP address since we don't want the servers to change its IP addresses. Now we'll on the HTTP to make the website active. Now we'll configure the PC1 and give its IP addresses and the default subnet mask. The default gateway will be the router's interface and the DNS server will give it the web server. Now we'll copy the IP addresses of the web server to see the web page active, website active. I have mistakenly configured given the wrong route. Now I will just will now configure the EIGRP protocol configurations to make the route easier for the routers to communicate and send the route. Now we'll give the PC01 its DNS server, which is the Meraki server. As you can see, we have configured the network design, and will be on the configuration. Now I will just ping the server, Meraki server, from the PC0, and you can see it's The ping is successful. Now we'll open the PC01 web URL and we'll enter the dashboard login page. We'll now have to create an email account. Since we are creating and setting up the account, we'll press the create and we'll give an virtual email. Since we are creating it, we'll give I will add my email diptesh at tip.com and I will give my name and password. The corporation is the USP which I have stated, and I'll just give the IP addresses. This is an virtual information. Now this is the dashboard page for the Meraki server, and from here I will create a network. I will name it proactive USB network and will create a network. We'll click on that button. We'll copy the serial number for the security and we'll paste it here, and we'll give the device model, and here we'll have to enter the MAC addresses of that particular devices. It will be different from each of the from every devices, since MAC address is the physical address which is connected to the interface of the device. And we will enter the belongings to proactive network. Now our network creation has been done, and we can see everything is active. We will now monitor the dashboard, and using the Meraki dashboard which is simulated in the Pictracer, will observe and record devices online and offline status. Especially this is the network administrator, and we can add or create a new user. As you can see, I am the user of Diptesh, and I have a full, and my account status is active, and I have the full privilege. I'll just create a node proactive day. Now I'll save the network, and here we can as you can see, my account is active, and here we can create a new user, and then we can describe it in our network. Now we'll click application status, and in here it will show the active ports and the port which is being currently used. Now I will just click on and we'll just glance through the default setting. This is the active VLAN. This is the dashboard network, and this is the DHCP settings. Everything I will leave everything as default. In our firewall, every policy is allowed. The protection is any. This is the default rule for the firewall. I'll just leave it here. Let it setting to be default. In this video, we'll have part A, part B, and part C. Everything is in this video, as you can see. We can set up a wireless settings. For now, we'll just leave it disabled since we are not configuring any wireless devices for now. Now we'll just see the live data. We have done the DMZ interface and done the configurations. Now I'll just name the web server. We have done the DHCP, we have done the configurations for the LAN and this. We have given the static. We have verified the Meraki Cloud. Now you can see that the port is active. Now we'll observe the device port. We can see it's active. The status is active, and we can check the port lights, which is up. Blinking is the connection stage, and now we can see it's up. It's running. You can see I have closed it. Now we'll monitor the bandwidth, but that option is not available, so we'll just leave it. Now we'll go to the website and we'll sign in through our email and password, which we have created in part 2, in part B. Now we'll see the active ports, and we can see it's running. Now we'll ping between the clients and the DNZ server. We'll ping the connections. We'll send from PC0 to server, PC0 to the Meraki server, and the PC0 to the PC1. As we can see, the power ping has been successful through the results shown on the right bottom corner. Now we'll sign up again and we'll test the cable simulation port file here, and we'll observe the dashboard updated. Now we'll just log in the email and the password, and from there we'll click on general and application status to monitor the ports. Now I will just remove the cable, and we'll see the live monitoration of that connection. In here I have removed the main connection, and it has made our host unavailable since I have removed the main internet connection from the router to the security appliance. Which has made the website crash since there isn't any connections. We'll reconnect it and we'll log into the dashboard again, and we'll see that now the port will be active again, as you can see, and we can monitor. And we'll do a simulation again by adding another devices. and that security appliance, and we'll check the active live data connections. Always give another PC its IP addresses, and we'll assign the default gateway. We'll use the default gateway which was given to the routers, which was given to the PC0, and we'll just change the IP addresses for PC2. And now we'll sign into the dashboard login page. We'll now simulate another connections and see the port failure, and we'll observe the dashboard update. As you can see, we have added another device and it's showing online in the port 4. As you can see, we have disconnected the cable, and it shows active since the port is on. That's why it's showing that the port is active. Since you can check through our Gigabyte port interface that that port is on, that's why it's showing active. Now we'll reconnect the cables and we'll see the live data. As you can see, the port is trying to reconnect it. As you can see, the cable is orange, and that's the end of the video. I hope you like it.